You can be mentally tough. You have to be. You absolutely have to be mentally tough out here, especially as a man. Listen, we don't, every day we go out in this world and it's a wild, wild west. There's people driving crazy, there's people unaliving other people, there's stress, there's, I mean, you name it. Anything, hurricanes just passed, tornadoes, towns getting wiped out, right? It's just, you name it, man. I can go into even more gory, more graphic stuff, but I'm sure you can have a great imagination. But I say it all to say, knowing that all these different scenarios are going on, you still have to be mentally tough. It's a long journey ahead. And with that being mentally tough, you have to control your emotions. You have to draw a line in the sand on stuff that you're going to deal with, you're not going to deal with. Controlling your thoughts, right? Your attitude is your altitude. I just spoke about it. You know, how do you keep a positive attitude every day when there's negativity all around you? When there's people that don't want to win always around you? When there's people who doubt themselves every day always around you? Who not doing things in their best interest every day around you? How do you stay mentally tough not to just slip back into that mind state? You have to keep a positive attitude. You have to keep the right information coming to your spirit and your mind. Because if not, instead of your altitude going up, it starts to go down. It's real easy to just go with the flow of the world. It's really easy. I did it for years. For years. You know, just wanting to be comfortable, wanting to fit in, wanting to go along with the get along. And that's because I didn't know better. A lot of us don't. We just think that's the way of the world. We think that eating fast food is normal. It ain't even real food. Right? We think video games are normal. It's not. That's not our life. It's a part of life, but that shouldn't be your life. It's so much world out there to see. It's a beautiful world that God created. Right? So that's the world around us. We have to understand and we have to control our thoughts about what's going on around us. We have to understand the people we deal with. And things we deal with, we want to deal with and we don't want to deal with. Those non-negotiables. Because we have to protect ourselves mentally and spiritually. We have to protect our peace. We have to. That's the only way we're going to stay mentally tough. We have to do the things that keep our life in order. I remember when I was younger, I used to go to church. My uncle always used to say, "Church, get your house in order." And when I was a kid, I didn't really know what that meant. But now as an adult, I do know what it means. You know, keep your life organized and put God first. That's the only way you're going to stay locked in. That's the only way you're going to keep focused. That's the only way you're going to keep the right information coming to you to be able to be successful. And to stay mentally tough. I keep coming back to it. There's a lot of different, like I said, scenarios that come our way every single day. And if you focus, if you have the right viewpoint and perspective on life, it'd be nothing. You'll take the blows, but you'll keep moving. Right? There's a scene in the Rocky movie. I think it was like Rocky 6 or something. And he was talking to his son about his son was blaming the world and stuff about his problems. Like, oh man, my dad, it's because you ain't getting no jobs and this and that. You know, every time somebody look at me, they see you. You know, and Rocky was saying something along the lines of, it's not how many hits you can take. It's about you getting up from hits. Something along those lines. But you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're gonna take punches, you're gonna take blows, but you got to keep getting up. Matter of fact, Derrick Rose was saying that, like how many times he fell in the basketball game because he was small, but he was like very fierce. But he'll get knocked down going to the rim. But he was just talking about how every time you got to get back up and get back on defense. Staying mentally tough. The other quote, I think I said this in another video, but I love this quote from Michael Jordan. He was saying, "Hey, I never lost a game. I just ran out of time." Man, that's deep. That's deep. He said, "I never lost a game. I just ran out of time." You know what I'm saying? There you go. And that's the same way you got to look at life. We all still got time. We ain't lost yet. We still playing the game of life. And with knowing that, if you already know what the game is that's being played, you already winning. Because then you can prepare. Then you can stay mentally tough as those challenges come your way. But if you don't even understand what's going on, you don't even understand the game that's being played, you gonna get played. You're gonna lose. You're gonna keep taking L's. You're gonna keep being distracted. You're gonna keep getting hurt. You're gonna keep losing versus learning. Those are L's you want, the learning, the lessons, right? You want to learn from life, not just keep losing. But protect your peace. Draw that line in the sand. Protect what's rightfully yours. Meaning, like, hey, these are things I'm not gonna deal with, and people gotta respect it. If not, cut them off. Because everybody's, living their book in his life. Everybody has that chapter in his book called life. And that's what it is. So how do you want to write your chapter? At some point, man, you got to win. And it's going to take you being mentally tough to make it to the goal, to the end zone. Control your thoughts, man. Control your thoughts. Stay aware. Stay woke in that way. To keep understanding what's going on around you. That's the only way that you're not going to be a part of the herd. All them just not even thinking, just going with the good to get along. Like some NPCs, like non-playable characters or something. Like they just going, they ain't even a part of it. They just in the game, they don't know what's going on. They just walking around. You looking like through the zombie or something? Like they just walk around, don't know what's going on. They just walking around like they ain't going nowhere. They just walking around. The same routine every day. Not getting stronger, not getting mentally better, not being mentally tough. So they just going along with the world. But that ain't you. That ain't me. Right? So stay mentally tough. Control your thoughts. And draw your line in the sand. Control your controllables, man. That's it. That's where it stops. Put that buffer between you. Because you gotta protect yourself from everything that's coming towards you. So it's a video for today. That's a message. Stay mentally tough. Drop a comment on the video, subscribe. Welcome to the Husband Code if it's your first time. And like the video. And share it out for somebody who may need this message. So hey, I appreciate y'all guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks.